Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Muddy River Catfishing. I had a viewer ask me to make a video showing how I fillet my catfish, so we're gonna go ahead and do that today. I have a Gerber fillet knife. I actually like the fact that it has some give to it. I have a $100 Knives of Alaska fillet knife, and because it's rigid, I actually prefer this one. This is a cheapie from Walmart, and I think it was 10 bucks. I actually prefer that one over the other one, and it even has its own sharpener built in, so you just run it through and get it sharpened. So a fillet knife, a set of pliers, these are channel locks, and some freezer bags just to put the meat in. That's all you need, so we'll go ahead and get started. Got this guy right here. Alright, so you can start anywhere you want, but normally what I do is I make an outline of the fillet. So if we start here, the anal cavity, just cut back. You don't have to go real deep. I'm probably maybe this deep into the meat just to cut the skin. Just cut along the fin. Down to the tail, and I stop there. You don't have to cut it all the way around. Then I cut upwards. I'm going to cut it back. Then these fins, what I do is I just cut them out. This bone right here. Can you see that bone right behind the fin? Put your knife in right there and cut all the way to the top. Meet up with that original cut. There you go. Bring that around. There's meat along this piece here, so cut along to get all that meat. Then we go down the back. Go around the dorsal fin, and then I try to stay in the middle as much as I can. This little fin here doesn't really matter, you just cut right through it. And stop there. Now we have an outline of our fillet. It's going to come out in two pieces, which will be this bottom piece, which is the stomach, and then all of the side meat here. So now to take the skin off, just get a little piece going with the knife. And take the pliers, grab it tight. ribs are, it's very, very stuck to the meat. So if you can push your finger underneath and help separate it, that way it doesn't pull the meat off with the skin. That way you don't lose any. See, you just run your finger through there. Alright, here's the tricky part. Always make sure you pull away from you and not towards you, because if those pliers slip, you'll knock a tooth out. Just work that meat off the skin. Get it down to the end of the tail right there. Okay. Now the first piece, the easiest piece is this one right here. You can see the outline of where the meat wants to separate. When you cut your meat, cut it very lightly. Don't use too much pressure. Let the bones guide you where to cut. That way you don't get any bones in your fillet. So we just kind of rub it. It's almost like you're just rubbing it. Go down. Just like that. And that's your first piece. Now I always run my finger through, make sure I don't feel any bones. And there's none on that one. So we put that in there. Alright. Now here I'm going to start in the middle. Usually you could start here on the tail side and work your way up. But since I'm left-handed and I got you on that side, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use that same style of cutting and just work your way down the spine. Pull the meat open as you cut. Can you hear the bones there? It tells me that I need to go out a little bit. Should come off pretty easy. there's your fillet. A nice fillet. And then you do the same on the other side. There's a little bit of meat on the inside of the rib here, and you could actually just go in and get that out. That's always good for some nuggets. While I've got this fish here, this white thing that you see here, this is the swim bladder, which allows the catfish to float at any level that it wants. It suspends itself. But I just wanted to share that with you real quick. So that's pretty much how I fillet my catfish. I'm not saying it's the best way or the fastest way or whatever. I just do it. That's how I do it. It's so I get the best cut and I don't get any bones in my fillets, because I make a lot of fish and I don't want anybody to have a bone when they take a bite of the fish that I make. So as always, thank you guys for watching. You guys take care and we'll see you next time.